Okay, joined by Niall Ó Ceallacháin, Dublin Senior Hurling manager. Niall, a 4-point win over Wexford this afternoon. Another epic game here at Parnell Park. I'm sure you're a happy man leaving here this evening.
Yeah, delighted, Derek. Obviously, we knew the importance of this game and the first game to get us to a point where we'd all we've talked about up to now is trying to get to this exact point with 4 points. You know, it gives us an opportunity at least, and so we have that platform, that 4-point platform now, and we'll I suppose kind of focus now for 2 weeks' time.
A brilliant start to the game. I felt we had, but we actually found ourselves a point down at half time. Were you disappointed with that? I guess first half performance obviously being so good, but obviously not. It's showing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you have to. I thought we hurled well for long periods of that first half. We're on top. You know, I thought we worked the ball well, looked dangerous, but the 2 goals were killer blows again. And it was the 2 goals that got them a point ahead at half time, obviously. But again, these lads, they just respond every time. I couldn't hold me to it, but I think after that first goal, we definitely got the next 3 points and maybe 4 or 5 straight after it. Just the kind of character shown again in the first half, but then obviously to move on in that second half, then would just be really, really proud of them.
Yeah, and obviously the game turned in that 3 or 4 minute mark where we got those 3 goals, 3 really important goals. Obviously, Wexford certainly, battling very hard, and we're ahead at that point, and it kind of felt like this was going to go right to the wire. Obviously, it did, but those 3 goals really turned the game in our favour.
Yeah, that period was the absolute winning of the game. I'm sure, like the 2 goals for them in the first half, we really felt them, and I'm sure they really felt that they felt that period where we got those 3 goals. I thought that was in. To be honest, I thought that was in us all day. It looked that way, and it just hadn't happened a couple of times, which is absolutely fine. But the lads stuck at it, and just a dream 6 or 7 minutes there. But that was the period, obviously, that won the game ultimately.
You brought John Heatherton in, obviously to start the game, and he responded, installed 2-3 the game, and man the match performance as well.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. Obviously, it's something that we felt. It could happen there today, so we went at that for the day. Listen, he's a big lad. Had you obviously put his hands from a hurling perspective are really, really good, and when he gets into those, I suppose, scenarios on front of the goals, he can cause a lot of damage. And on the day he did. But the challenge for Hedjo and the challenge for us all now is we have to do the same and more in 2 weeks' time. So that's where we're looking now.
Yeah, again, you've mentioned at the start, it puts us in a good position, I guess, early on in this Leinster Championship. 2 wins from 2, with 3 big games to come over the next weeks. A week's break now, and then 3 weeks in a row after that, and it starts against Antrim in 2 weeks. So I guess job done for the first 2 games, but a big 3 weeks ahead as well. That's it. We'll close this very quickly. We look ahead, but even for us looking ahead, to be honest, it doesn't look past Antrim in 2 weeks' time. It can't, and it won't. While we do have 3 games there in the space of 14 days, 15 days, effectively, our eyes will all be on that first day game, and then we'll deal with the Kilkenny game after that and Galway game after that. But our focus now for 2 weeks' time is heading up to Antrim. It'll be very different from what happened there, and what happened there will have no bearing on what happens in a fortnight's time. So looking forward to that day as well. Finally, a word on the support. It's an hour after the end of the game, and the pitch is just finally cleared out. It's been full of people for the last hour celebrating the win. Obviously, another big evening in Parnell Park, and another great support here as well.
Yeah, sure. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Really. We all come from our clubs, and I suppose the lads feel the support from the grassroots, from the clubs. Special days in Parnell here, like last weekend and this weekend, are what it's all about. Really felt that support, when in that 6-7 minute period. I think the lads really felt that support from the stand. So it's great to have it. Would love it every day, and in a fortnight's time it'll be a totally different challenge. So looking forward to a big support from Dublin in 2 weeks' time.